today we're moving on to 10.2, which is inside our area unit again. And today we're going to be looking at the area of trapezoids and kites. And so basically these two together kind of have somewhat the same formula, but we're going to be dealing with the area of those two today. So let's jump into that. All right, so looking at my key points here. So if I have a trapezoid, the definition of a trapezoid means I have two sides that are parallel to each other, and the other two sides are not parallel to each other. So whenever I have a trapezoid, in order for me to find the area of that, I'm going to take the base 1 and the base 2. I'm going to add those together. Then I'm going to multiply it by the vertical height of the shape, and then I'm going to divide the whole thing by 2. Or you can do 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times height if you want to do that as well. So ladies and gentlemen, this is how you find the area of a trapezoid. Now let's go ahead and look at a kite. So if I have a kite, I know that if I have two diagonals, meaning from one intersection or one vertex to the other vertex, one vertex to the other vertex, there are two lines, so those are called diagonals. So in order for me to find the area of a kite, I am actually going to multiply the length of those two diagonals together, and then I'm going to divide it by 2. So that is how you find the area of a kite. As long as you have these formulas, you can then find the area of your shapes just by using the formulas. So let's go ahead and look into that. Look at example number 1. It says we need to find the area of quadrilateral LMNP. So if I look now, LMNP looks like a trapezoid because this is going to be parallel to that one, and these two sides are not. So that means this is a trapezoid. And so now I'm going to use my trapezoid formula. So I'm going to do base 1 plus base 2 times the height, and I'm going to divide that by 2 here. That is going to be the area of a trapezoid here. So if I look, base 1 and base 2 are 17 and 25. So I'm going to end up doing, I'm going to use a different color here so y'all can see this. So I'm going to do 17 plus 25. And then I'm going to multiply that by the height of 15, and I'm going to divide the whole thing by 2. So if I do 17 plus 25, so 17 plus 25 is going to be 42 times 15 is going to end up giving me 630. 630 divided by 2 is going to end up giving 315. So the area of my trapezoid is going to be 315. Remember, I'm dealing with area, so I have to square the units. So centimeters squared is going to end up being your answer here. Okay? Super simple. Let's jump over to example number 2. All right, on example number 2, it says we need to find the area of quadrilateral PQRS. So looking at this example, this is again a trapezoid. So I'm going to use the same exact formula as example number 1. So I'm going to do base 1 plus base 2 times the height all over 2. So right now if I look, base 1 and base 2, 32 and 49. So base 1 is 32, base 2 is 49, and it doesn't matter how I do that. And my height, if you look, this is my vertical height because this is 90 degrees. So I'm going to multiply that times 18 and then divide by 2. So right now I'm going to do 32 plus 49. I'm going to multiply that by 18, which should give me 1,458. And I'm going to divide that by 2. So when I divide that by 2, that's going to end up giving me 729. So the area of this is going to be 729. And again, it's measured in squared units. So centimeters squared. So as long as you know the formula, it should be pretty simple to end up finding the area of these shapes. Okay? Let's jump over to example number 3. Okay, so right now, we need to find the area of the following quadrilaterals. So if you look, this is a kite. And the reason why this is a kite is because this line is going to be congruent to this one, and this line is going to be congruent to this one. So that's what makes it a kite. Basically, the ones that are right next to each other are going to be congruent to each other. So if I want to find the area of a kite, which is shown here, I'm going to take diagonal 1, and I'm going to multiply diagonal 2, and then I'm going to divide the whole thing by 2. So this whole diagonal right now is going to be 14. Actually, no, this whole diagonal right here is going to be 14. So I'm going to take diagonal 1, I'm going to multiply it by diagonal 2, and then divide by 2 on both of those. So diagonal 1 is 14, diagonal 2 is going to be 40, and I'm going to divide that whole thing by 2. So 14 times 40 is going to end up giving you 560, and then I'm gonna divide that by 2. So when I divide 560 by 2, that ends up giving me an area of 280. And remember, there's no units here, but if there was a unit there, you would square it. So I'm just gonna put units squared so I know I'm squaring those units. So that is the area of your kite here. All right, and lastly, this is my challenge question. They're kind of like the challenge questions from the previous lesson. We're basically finding the other diagonal. So you would basically just take the formula, plug in what you know, and then find what you don't know. So if you're needing a little bit of help with this challenge question, come and holler at me. I can help you. Other than that, good luck on your skill check. Good luck on everything else. Let me know.